Hello and welcome to episode 6 of NiHao Salam. I'm Yeganeh.
And I'm Jeff.
Okay, so we're going to go right into our two truths and a lie.
Mm-hmm.
As always, you go first.
All right. Number 1. I've never dated a redhead. Number 2. I almost had Nike sponsorship in Hong Kong for track and field. Number 3. My favorite sauce is ketchup, mayo, and hot sauce mix.
Like spicy mayo?
Mm-hmm.
I think you have dated a ginger. Okay, that's the lie.
That's the last final choice?
Well, you were really fast, so I feel like maybe Nike was interested, and also I've seen you make that sauce a lot. But you have a lot of favorite sauces. So I think, I can see you dating a redhead.
So you think it's a lie that I actually have dated someone with red hair?
Okay, do I get to ask follow-up questions?
Keep asking if you think that you have doubts.
Were they white or a different race?
They're white.
A white redhead. Oh, now I think you haven't. Okay, I think your favorite sauce is something else. Final answer, favorite sauce. Tell me!
Your final answers? My favorite sauce is wrong?
Yes.
Okay, well, you got it right. My favorite sauce, do you know what it is?
It's gonna be something weird, like durian juice. What is it?
Honey mustard.
Oh my god, you always say this. You always ask for it for chicken tenders.
Yeah. I also dip my fries in honey mustard.
Yeah, I should have known. But you also make the other sauce a lot.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. So my turn, right? I lied about having a middle name until I was 18. I grew cherry tomatoes in my backyard as a child. I've always loved spicy food.
How do you grow cherry tomatoes? Tell me.
You plant the seeds in soil, and then little green branches come out, and then little tomatoes are a couple of them on each branch, and then you pick them.
Was it from a package of seeds, or was this from...
Yeah, from Home Depot. My mom and I would do it together, and then I would make salad with it. And they would come in different colors, orange, red.
I think the third one's a lie.
You don't think you're like, I really believe the first one that I lied about having a middle name. Okay. You think that, so what's your final answer?
Yeah, number 3 is a lie.
You got it right.
Yeah.
I lied about having a middle name. I wanted one so bad, I felt so left out.
Of course that would be a lie someone would come up.
You have smoothie on your face. Yeah, I wanted one, because Persian people, I mean, not every Persian person probably, but most Persian people I've ever met in my whole life. Actually, I've never met a Persian person with a middle name in my whole life. Maybe they exist, I just never met them. And I did grow cherry tomatoes. It was my successful gardening plan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I used to not like spicy food at all. Hot Cheetos were too much for me. And now I can eat like a jalapeno.
Well, when my mom cooks for you, you seem to... You love it, but you also like...
Die?
Yeah, you can't you can't stand the hot.
Yeah.
Spicy.
I think it's like a pain-love thing.
Okay.
My mouth started watering thinking about food.
We both got it right this time.
High five.
All right, let's go to our segment.
Okay.
Our topic of the day.
Online dating.
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, we didn't meet over an app.
No, we met in person through our mutual friend.
Yeah, I think I'm online dating phobic a little, to be honest.
You're afraid of being online?
I think I'm not only afraid of being online. One of my biggest fears is also that, like, I'll be prettier in a picture, and then what if they see me in real life and think I'm catfishing? Like, I don't think I don't look like my pictures, but I think that's always in the back of my head, like, what if... So I try to put, like, ugly pictures sometimes. When I did have it, I would put, like, not my best pictures. Because I don't want them to see me and be like, oh, man, disappointed. That's my biggest fear, is that I would be a disappointment.
Okay.
Along with many other fears.
If you're dating men, they don't really analyze it like that. They're just analyzing if I can get. I think most guys are pretty shallow when it comes to dating.
I see.
Because
But
some of them are just desperate. So we have some questions for each other. I'll go first.
okay.
Catfish is real. I've fallen victim of it, unfortunately. Why do you think people do it? And do you have any catfish experience, as in it happening to you?
I've never been. Oh well, I was
Yes, you have.
stalked by a catfish,
Mhm.
but it wasn't my catfish.
So why do you think people do it first?
I think people do it because they can hide behind a mask. Like, can I tell the catfishing story really quick? So, my first roommate in college, she started dating this guy, Brody. And he was like a typical buff white guy. And, I mean, they talked every night, all these things. And we ended up being the ones that told her, hey, this seems like a catfish. And she cut things off, and he got more obsessed and started like sending her my location. And it got very weird. We ended up having to go to a detective's office with my friend Morgan, and our detective's name was Dex Ween. I have record of all of this. I know it sounds like a lie. And then we ended up finding out that the stalker most likely was her female friend that was in love with her. So I think people catfish because especially if they already know the person, they could be who that person wants to see.
Right.
You know? And if also they're like not in terms with their sexuality, maybe they're catfishing as a different gender, I don't know.
So it's more like a fun game to them.
Well, it's also like make believe that whatever my insecurities are in real life, why don't I just take them off?
But it's obvious that they'll never date that person unless that person accepts them after.
Well, I think sometimes when you're so deprived of love and stuff, that virtual love is enough for you. Like, I know when I was growing up, it was enough to watch like interviews of celebrity crushes I had, and that was enough to fulfill my emotional attachment to them.
To the expanse of someone else's time and emotion, they gain gratification of a fake relationship.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, my experience is like the typical one, of course, like someone put photos where there's no body shot.
Just their face.
Just their face. Like, I had to learn from this experience, of course. But showing up in person, this person was, not my type physically. So it was disappointing. Like, their face didn't look the same.
Their face also didn't look the same.
They have the same feature, like, but it seemed outdated, the photos.
So was there a filter or it was outdated?
There were filters, the camera quality was low, and they didn't look the same. So, yeah, I don't know why. Like, I get that there's a fantasy, but some people, I guess, are desperate in the sense that they know what if they reveal their true self, they won't get someone to show up in person.
I mean, as I mentioned before, I have the reverse fear where I don't want to lead someone to think I'm perfect, and then I show up and I'm like, hi. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a hard time because I can't imagine either side, really, because I've never been catfished. I've never catfished someone, so it hurts both ends because one person's lying and one person is experiencing the lie, but the person who's lying is also insecure and going through something, so no one wins.
I think they're a type that can obviously help it by, being their true self, and some are just...
there is someone for everyone,
Yeah. Some
like
people are into just not being themselves online.
Yeah.
My turn.
My turn. Okay. Do you think dating apps cause a lot of cheating? YouGov found that 17% of dating app users were actually cheating on their partners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that if dating apps didn't exist, people would still cheat at a rate that is unfathomable. I think that dating app in general just expedites and
helps you meet more people.
yeah, it just opens the door wider.
I also think it is stupid to do if you're a cheater because it's so much evidence against you. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally like, I think a cheater's worst fear would be like photographic evidence of their cheating,
right?
And you're actively putting photographic evidence.
I guess if you
cheating.
Limit how much info you put online on the dating app, where it can't be traced back. You know, if you go to the person's house instead of your own, if you don't put education, location,
Your name is different.
You know, you could date out of like the state. You know, just like it's. I mean, I don't know. Cheaters are a different breed.
Yeah, I guess they'll do whatever it takes to get what they want.
That's for sure. All right, my turn.
Okay.
Online dating has allowed connection that would have never been made, but for most men and some women, dating can be frustrating and quite superficial. Do you have any suggestions for those trying to find meaningful connection in real life?
I think I mentioned before I'm dating app phobic, and I'm so sorry if you love dating apps. I just, even when dating apps...
I don't think people love dating apps.
I'm sorry if, like, that's how you met your husband, and I don't mean to offend you. I just, even when they came out and I wasn't even dating yet, was like, God, please don't let me meet my future spouse on a dating app. I don't want to tell my kid that. And, like, when I was on a dating app, even saying, like, oh, how'd you guys meet? And saying a dating app's name, I felt, like, really insecure about that. I don't know why. It's, like, this really negative connotation in my head. So I always did try to meet people in real life. And I've had negative experiences from people in real life because there's, like, at least with a dating app, you could cut them off. But in real life, it's like, oh, like, there's a lot of connection. But the advice I would give is don't always date in your circle. Like, just because you're avoiding a dating app doesn't mean you should exclusively date in your circle, because I feel like that's just as toxic. And also, be okay being alone and wait for that person to come into your life naturally. And if they don't want to be with you, just be okay being alone. And don't, because anytime I have had a dating app, it hasn't been, like, the best intention. Like, oh, I've worked on myself and now I can find a partner. It's like, I'm drunk, I'm going to download this and it's going to be, like, instant gratification. And, like, I know these people think I'm attractive. Like, I've heard from friends, too, that, struggle with insecurities and they get a dating app just, not even to meet people, just so they know people would swipe right. And they're like, okay, I feel better. I'm good. Mm-hmm. So I would say your value is not how many swipes you get. And also, sometimes it works out, and a lot of the times many people have met on dating apps, but personally I think wait for that person to enter your life.
Yeah, it takes a lot of patience when it comes to dating in real life. Yeah. Where you need the courage, you need the strength when they reject you to move on. I think that people want instant gratification when they are on dating app. Mm-hmm. And even on dating app, you need patience because not everyone is on the same schedule as you.
Right. Yeah.
I think that meeting people in person as well, you have to learn the etiquette of, like, what to say, what not to say. Mm-hmm. You have to, I guess, some people choose to take lessons in, like, how to interact with people, especially the opposite gender or people, they're attracted to, the gender. And I feel like, people also need to, like, just develop a character that they, just find themselves. Like, who am I? What's my identity? Am I funny? Should I run with that? I mean, everyone loves a funny person to hang out with. Am I, like, only interested in basketball? Do I, look into people who, not look into, but just
look for?
Yeah, just, like, groups on Facebook or, like, events to go to and just try to, like, go
find
to
like-minded
things,
people.
Yeah, in person. And a lot of people think, oh, I need to find someone, to date. They go to a bar. or go to like a club.
I
It's
mean,
like,
my cousin is in a very successful marriage, and she always says this. We didn't meet in the bar, we met outside of the bar, and they have kids now.
yeah, I think it's possible to meet someone at the bar because, it's a relaxing place for some.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about people who intentionally
Go
go to a
to
bar to
just,
get,
yeah.
hookups and stuff. We're not talking about hookups, we're talking about dating for
Like meeting
real.
a life partner, yeah.
I don't think going to a bar intentionally to meet someone to date forever is a good idea. So
I understand. It's very low chance that that person will have the same
Yeah.
intentions as yourself.
So your turn.
Sure. Okay. I've been on Tinder a few times, but always for a short period of time. I had horrible experiences dating people in real life, so there was a minimal chance I'd ever trust someone on an app.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, in Farmington, Utah, a man was accused of brutally killing a 25-year-old woman on their first Tinder date. In 2018, Grace Malone was strangled and killed in a hotel room by her Tinder date. And then there was another one in December of 2008. There's so many where people go on their first Tinder date and they end up in their apartment, even in their own apartment. There was one story where a girl had to jump out of a window to escape the guy. Like, they go really downhill. There was another story about a girl who went on a Tinder date. She survived, but later found out her Tinder date was actually convicted of murdering someone like a while later.
So what's your question?
Did you fear that when you were on dating apps that you would, I guess men fear that less.
Did I fear about my life?
Or just it's your safety?
I guess when I was single, I don't typically hook up where I would bring them to my place. Like, I get a vibe first. Like, is this person worth, like, continuing the conversation at my place? I just think that people shouldn't go back to their own place. Like, that's just... I think that they should, like, if for female, or...
Don't show them where you
smaller.
live also.
Yeah, just don't go home with them on your first date. Try to, like, get a sense of who they are. And if you're horny, just, like, hold it off. Like, don't do it. It's not worth it sometimes.
Yeah, I had a friend who went on a date with a guy. I don't condone. I support stalking your date before you go, because my friend ended up, researching on the guy and found out he was an
You shouldn't use the word stalk. You should
Sorry.
probably use the word research.
Research your partner and make sure there's no,
Your
SA
date,
cases.
not your partner.
I don't even know what I was saying because I got
You
interrupted.
said partner.
Okay. Anyways.
Research your partner? I mean, I guess you could date your partner, but on your first date, they're not your partner.
I don't even know what I was saying, and you could go to your question.
Okay. Well, I just think that to avoid stalking, you have to just do your, like, minimum or bare minimum to protect yourself. Like, I guess people who are into hookups are more prone to, like, getting hurt because they don't...
I was talking about my friend who went on a date with someone, and after the date researched them and found out that they had an SA case against them and then broke things off.
Yeah, she did the right thing, not going home.
He did, yeah.
Or they... my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone on dating apps are looking for love. Some are players, some are trying to figure things out as they go, and some people are there out of boredom. Do you think dating apps, even the ones designed for deeper connections like Hinge, are ruining society, or has it helped mainstream and cut down time for people to meet better matches?
I personally have never met a dating app couple that's successful until I met your sister and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
I've met people in temporary relationships where they're like, yeah, I met them on Hinge. And I've seen people's, like, Instagram stories where they're like, look at this weird Hinge message, or why did this person write this? And I've truly never met a successful one. Maybe I'm too young for people to be looking for that, but I just have only seen negative experiences and, like, instant gratification. I don't think it's ruining society because people would do that regardless. But I also think there's, like, a level of people making fun of each other. I've also, like, when I did have a dating app, if someone, like, kind of weird came, I would be like, ha ha ha, look at that. Like, that's so mean. Why did I do that? I just think it's opening up a can of worms, and, like, it's too bad. I don't like dating apps.
So it is ruining society.
No, because society's messed up as it is. There's already bad things. People already are evil. This is just another thing.
Can you grab the cat toy?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that society will always be ruined regardless of our technology. It has mainstream dating, and there will be bad people online.
Yeah.
And there will be people who are desperate, and there'll always be people who are flinging online. It's like superficial love. So, is society ruined by dating apps? No, it will be, and it always will be ruined by people. Not
Yeah,
the app.
I agree.
People who, I guess, what's the word? Misuse the dating app. You know. All right. I think you have one last question.
Okay,
So
sure.
we have 6 questions this time.
All right. What do you think someone's intent is if they catfish on a dating app with a real person? I've been sent a dating app profile that was my name and my photos, but it obviously was someone pretending to be me because all my interests were crazy and over the top. Why do you think someone would do this? And, like, specifically for me, like, why did someone do that? They used my real name, and they used my Instagram photos, and they pretended to be me. They made me like a Muslim comedian.
I think this is more of a psychological issue. Like, people who are troubled will do, I think, is inclined to play a character they know to maliciously get you hurt, potentially. I can't see it any other way to, like, justify such an action, like impersonating you, because it's a serious crime. Like identity theft is a crime, and it hurts people, and I'm sure they're getting some gratification from it, hence a psychological issue, you know.
Yeah, I really thought when people use your photos, they'd at least be like, this is Jennifer. Like, the real name part. Do you hear Stormy in the background? The real name part is what threw me off, because it's like, you're obviously going to get caught, but what was your goal? I don't know.
Yeah. I feel bad, you know, this is happening to you, like, constantly worrying about who this person is. You never have
the closure of it.
Closure, and also you don't have response from the dating app about impersonation.
I messaged all these dating apps, and I was like, there's no way I made this profile. A, the facts are wrong about me. B, when I downloaded the apps, just in case, I was like, oh, maybe this is, like, outdated. I put my phone number, and it's like, you don't have anything. And I was like, this is not me then. This is for sure not me.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
And it was on Hinge. So it's, like, not even Tinder where people are, like, quick swiping. It's, like, the relationship app. So they were looking for suitors. I don't know. It's so weird. Like, I've seen cases where people make, you know, when people are celebrities or something, they make fake Instagrams pretending to be them, but I'm not. And it's so weird that someone would do that to someone who's, like, a regular person.
All right, guys, welcome back.
Hello.
To the segment of online dating. We have an activity. I wanted to test this theory out. And the theory is Asians, especially Chinese people, Chinese men like myself get less attraction or swipes on dating apps, meaning we get rejected the most out of all the race out there. I had a hard time on dating apps. I didn't get much matches. It could be my personality. Could be my profile not being cool enough. But my theory is going to be put to test. So right now we have a 2 Tinder profile. One is Yeganeh's fake white guy. She's gonna open it up right now and start screen recording, and I will be a fake Chinese man or Vietnamese. I don't remember which one. And so we are going to test out the theory by swiping on every profile we see on Tinder, and see if we're gonna get
Many matches.
many matches as a white man and as a Chinese.
So already, we made this at the same time last night.
Around 10.
Yeah, I have 69 likes.
Okay.
And I swiped until I couldn't swipe anymore. And I have a good amount of matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15
Wow.
matches.
Any messages? Just a wave.
Someone waved to me, and someone recently active matched with me. So they just like updated me on that.
Okay. Yeah, all the gold ones seem to be... Alright, so I start swiping.
Got one. Got another one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Mind you didn't put any preferences. Is that 2 in a row?
I think there was one in between. Oh, are we allowed to show these people's faces?
I guess so.
Oh my god, it's like match after match. Come on. Wait, what was my name again?
You forgot your name?
Yeah. Chase.
Chase. Of course, Chase.
Ew.
Another match. Wow.
I mean,
Wow. How do you do that? Oh, it's an ad.
He was accidentally an ad.
That was a guy there. I saw a guy.
Well, let's not be rude, because maybe their pronouns
another
are...
ad.
Ah!
You need to slow down the swipes so you can avoid. You got an X.
Thank you for your help.
Yep.
Oh my god. Do you see this? It's so crazy. Oh my god.
Did you finish swiping?
No.
Alright, keep swiping. Alright, that's
okay,
it.
done swiping.
That's your max.
Okay, so out of the 69, I have 55 likes left. That means I got 14 new matches.
Wait, what?
So it said I had 69 likes that I hadn't, seen yet. And it's now down to 55, so that means I matched with 14 of them. It's 14 more people than I did last night.
Alright.
All these people.
Alright.
I get why people do this now. It's so fun.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's from, what, 24 hours? No, 12 hours.
Well, I mean, if I was a
online.
girl and I swiped right on every person, I'm sure it would be even more. But yeah,
do you think
Chase
girls
did well.
swipe right on everyone?
No, I'm just saying if we did the same formula for women. Chase is 23. He is a software engineer at Google. He went to NYU. These are all lies I made up for him.
Yeah, these are royalty free.
I'm going to stop screen recording.
Okay. Yeah, I can log in now. So,
Sure thing.
do you have any speculation as I'm logging in to my account?
I think that in major cities, Asian men and white men would do the same. I think in, like, Missouri, you might not do so well because people want a specific thing. They want, like, they're, like, racist. But I think in, like, San Francisco, New York, it's, like, a semi-leveled playing field where people, if anything, they love people of color because they're, like, fetishizing people. I don't know.
Well,
though.
I live in a city and I had a hard time.
But you're also very introverted and shy. Like, I can't imagine you hitting on someone initially.
All right, welcome back. I am logged in, finally. I have a profile here. Let's
start screen recording.
So, we're back in business here. I am Jeremy. I believe he's either Chinese or Vietnamese. He's 25, and he is a... Let's see who he is.
Here, let me help you.
Jeremy is new to NYC. He is interested in 5 things: tattoo, athlete, comedy, cat lover, traveler. He is a nurse practitioner. Goes to Stanford, or went to Stanford. Lives in New York. Let's see.
He had a
the
cool like
difference.
smoking photo.
All right.
Wait, so let's see before you start. How many likes? 6.
All right.
Okay. And how many matches?
I don't know. Like 1. That's from last night.
Oh, but we.
Swipe.
There you go. Okay. You'll get one soon. There.
All
There you
right.
go. You know, they come and they go. These swipes.
Gotta be careful with the ads.
I know. There you go, another match. You know, Jeremy's not doing too terrible. Another match.
I'm guessing we're matching with people that like this.
Yeah. But, oh my gosh. There, oh my god, Jeremy's doing great. He only had 6 likes, but somehow got... Oh, did they end? This might be the end for
There's
Jeremy.
one more.
There's one more person who liked Jeremy back. Oh no. It was an ad.
There
You
go.
ran out. Okay.
So out of the 6 people that they showed
You
me,
got all 6.
I mean 7. 6. I meant with 6 of them, but
So you
You
had
know,
1/10
we had
of the
12
likes.
hours of being online, and you had how
69 likes and a bunch of
many?
matches.
So it's times 6.
Yeah, so you had 1/10. Oh. No, you had 6.
Yeah, so you had
60 divided by 6 is 10. So you had 1/10.
times 10. Okay. So
I'm gonna stop screen recording, okay?
yeah. So I mean, this is just a speculation on like why some race are picked more. My theory is they just a lot of demographic in America have this connotation on the features of Asian men that they do not like because they're used to, certain facial features.
I know also, I hope this doesn't come off the wrong way, but a lot of women I've spoken to who are attracted to Asian men are scared of like being in a relationship with an Asian man because they don't want to be compared to an Asian woman in a way. Like I've spoken to friends who are black and they've not had the best experiences just because it is a cultural difference. I mean, being in an interracial relationship it's a big difference, and especially if you're another person of color, you have your own customs and then they have their own customs and their family has their own beliefs and beliefs within the gender and the roles of each person and the body type they want and the slenderness. It's just a lot of things that women have to account for. But
yeah, I think that there is biases, and also like bias to like they like their own race, and also there's also a connotation attached to Chinese people that they try to avoid dating, and I don't necessarily think it's a huge problem because people still get dates as Asians, but just less
for men.
For men, I think that it could be changing through time. Different countries too like have different issue, but I feel like in America specifically, I think Asian men struggle, and we surprisingly got a few mixed results on the street, and we're gonna cut to our on the street interviews, which is a new thing for us. You guys are gonna enjoy this. We'll cut to that. What's your name?
My name is Yeganeh.
Daniel.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I have one question about dating. So dating apps, usually men who are Asian like myself don't get swiped. Why do you think Asian men like me don't get swiped?
That is depend. That's how the women are looking for, or maybe the approach that you make to that woman or that people in a specific. I think that it is a stereotype that people is looking for. Maybe you have your profile about I don't know, a description that you put it that woman or people are not interesting. So I think that is how you present by yourself or your profile, your presentation. I think.
Lucretia.
Lucretia. And
Amina.
would you like to join?
Tanaja.
Cool. Nice to meet you guys. I have a quick question about dating. In the dating world, it seems like a lot of Asian or Chinese people are getting the most rejected in dating apps and whatsoever. What do you think that is?
Well, first, I guess my question would be, like, has it always been that way? I don't know. I feel like discrimination against Asians is more prevalent now since the whole COVID thing. It's gotten worse.
Okay.
Then also, as for me, like as an African American woman, if I was swiping through, I usually feel like Asian men would probably want to. They tend to date just other Asian women. I don't really see Asian people with a lot of interracial relationships.
Yeah.
Thirdly, there is a stereotype that Asian men are smaller, but I'm a nurse, and I can tell you most men are average, really and truly.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that is a stereotype. So I don't think that. I would think that's like the smallest little piece of why they would be not swiping. But
Right.
more so, I think there is discrimination against Asians is up since COVID and since our last president, and also because me personally, I feel like Asians, Indians, a lot of internet, they tend to marry just within their own culture. Yeah, that would be my guess.
Regarding the penis size, I'm average, and I heard on TikTok that your penis is actually based on how long your nose is.
Really?
So if you like long-nosed guys, they most likely have a larger penis.
I agree with what she said. Me personally, I feel like it might have something to do with height. I mean, you're pretty average height, but a lot of Asian men have a tendency to be a little bit shorter, you know?
Okay.
That's another reason.
So-
A lot of women, I don't really like short
People,
men.
yeah. Women normally like somebody that's taller than them.
But you?
I agree with them.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so my name's Yeganeh, and we asked this in New York, so now we're going to ask it in San Francisco. Why do you guys think Asian men receive less swipes on dating apps?
I didn't really spend time with that.
I feel like maybe because they seem like nice guys, and some girls really want like an aggressive man, I guess. I don't know. I feel like Asian guys kind of are stereotyped as nice.
Yeah, like they maybe won't be seemingly like a bad boy.
Yeah, like not like a bad boy, exactly, yeah.
That's really interesting. Do you have an answer? Or, like any guesses?
I mean, I think Asian guys are cool. I'm Asian. I don't know if you can tell. But I'm Japanese and Chinese. But I don't know. We should spread more love to the Asian men out there.
Yes, that's what we learned from this.
What's your name?
Lizzie?
Lizzie. Nice to meet you, Lizzie. I have one question for you. Why do you think that men get less love on the dating world?
I don't know.
Don't know? Can you give me a guess?
Some might be weird, I guess. I don't know.
No. Are you dating someone?
I'm actually married.
Oh, that's cool. Have you ever like been on a dating app?
Not really.
Not really. Yeah, it's tough out there for Asian men. And I don't know, maybe we're not good looking. What do you think?
I think you guys are good looking. I would swipe yes if I wasn't married.
So, what do you think of that video, our interview?
My favorite was the family and, the nurse mom who was like, I'm not saying this is true, but some people might think the pee small. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've heard that many times, and, I've heard jokes and stuff about it. And it's like, obviously men who are insecure themselves will be like, oh, well, at least I don't have this kind of, like, I don't know. People just love judging peepees, even though, like, if you go on Google and you search, like, by region and, like, the sizes, it's not Asian men that are the smallest. I'm actually not positive which.
No, there are many Asian men with small penises.
Oh, really? Are they
Yes.
the actual smallest?
But I think Indians.
Can I search it really quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is outside of the activity.
So sorry.
It's okay.
What race has smallest?
You could just search penis size by regions of the world.
Oh yeah. Okay, but I did get the results I wanted. Philippines, Sri Lanka, Hong Kong, Bangladesh, Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia.
Okay. That must be
I guess
the average. Could be smaller.
Yeah, of course.
They didn't just go to that country and measure like the smallest PP.
How do they get this? How do they get these statistics?
Self-report like that, I guess, or doctors with like that kind of data.
What country is the biggest? Any guesses before I search this?
India or
I think
Africa.
Middle Easterns.
Not Africa. Nigeria.
I think Middle Eastern people.
You spelled biggest wrong. See? Wait, what?
Wait, what? Oh, they measure this by condom sales in the country. Okay. Oh no. Okay, wait. Okay, group 3. Oh, they separate into groups. Okay. Group 4. Venezuela and Ecuador have big pee-pee. Panama.
Congo.
Lebanon made the cut. I told you one of the Middle Easterns would. Sudan made the cut. Okay, so they separate into small, medium, big.
Interesting fact. Anyway, back to our topic. Oh
my god, Iran is on the small group. This is disgrace to my family.
Yeah. I was wrong about India. But they could be the data is wrong due to they're just buying the wrong
condom size
for their penis. Or they're not using. What about people who don't use condoms?
Yeah, this is just based on condom
not
sales.
Necessarily the right data. You're looking at the wrong data for the right answer.
I think people based it off Asian people because not all the time, but a lot of Asian people are skinnier, but nowadays people are just assuming that skinny tall guys have the biggest ones, like the Pete Davidson look of the.
Well, it's all the size of the nose.
Yes.
It's all about the size of the nose.
And I would have the biggest pee-pee of all the men.
So, any other speculation? Like the first guy, of course, the first ever interview I did on the street. His speculation is basically, you have to make sure your profile looks good. It's all about the profile. It's about presentation. Do you present yourself well enough?
But Jeremy, the Tinder account, you had him smoking. He looked fun. There was
There's no cigarette. There was just some smoke, but that was in the first picture.
Well, I thought that photo was cool. Whereas Chase, I didn't like Chase. I would personally not.
But he's well dressed. I think.
Yeah, and also I should say you made him a nurse practitioner. I told you to make him a doctor. Mine was an engineer at Google.
You can't be 25 and a doctor.
Okay. Why did you pick Stanford?
I don't know. I just feel like that's a typical school for, like, of course there's many other schools that Asians attend, but it's just like random choice. But,
yeah, we should have done the same occupation.
Yeah, I think this test is just for fun. If we really want to deep dive, we would have like 5 different phones.
No, if we really wanted to deep dive, we'd go to every country, measure each PP, and
that would definitely solve our problem. Is actually gives a real data of penis size so that people.
Wait, why did you say earlier that Asians do have some small PPs?
No, the data shows that there's a lot of smaller penis size in the Asian
The micro
region.
ones?
I don't think micro is just like random. Like I feel like it's genetics and also by random. The micro penises out there. I think that genetically speaking, all the larger penises like Middle East and Africa region.
But Iran made the low cut.
I guess it's too close to the right side.
You know what it is. the guys with the big peepees aren't buying the condoms. You know, they want to.
That's what I'm saying.
They want to have more babies with big peepees too, and the small peepees are like, God, I can't have kids, can't give them this small peepee, so I'm gonna buy all the condoms, and then all the stats are like, oh, this country has so many small peepees, but it was the small peepees who were being safe.
Yeah, I think that we need to do more on the street interview because it's been fun. It's been fun getting to know perspective. Let us know if you have any questions or topic we should do on the street. It will be an amazing experience if we could do this again. Now that we're at the end, we'll have to end the segment. I don't have a plug. Do you have any idea?
You guys should we should plug well, I don't know if we'd have to ask them for permission, but we got really good Persian food, and it was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And it was this place called Bijan's, and they have really yummy dishes, and I ate lamb, and I don't usually eat meat, and it was so good, and I want to go again, and I'm craving it now, and I'm thinking about it, and everyone in New York should go to Bijan's.
Yeah, I loved it. I think that I should try to broader up my food range now that I'm kind of bored of like my own culture food.
Thank you. God has listened.
Sometimes I miss it, but I don't know. Something about being stuck at home the last 2 years, I feel like ruined my taste bud.
Oh, really?
Not like permanently. I just feel like I just don't have a passion for certain food anymore that I used to have.
What passion did you used to have?
Eating a lot of takeouts, like Asian, like Chinese American takeouts.
We do love Panda Express.
You loved Panda Express.
I know.
But let's end the segment. You want to shout out the Persian restaurant?
Yeah, go to Bijan's in Brooklyn.
My shout out would be Luann's Wild Ginger. It's in different locations of New York, Manhattan, and Brooklyn. They have the best vegetarian meals in the country.
It's so good. They have like General Tso's
It's quite
vegan
addictive.
protein, and it's. Can we get that? I want that now.
All right, I'm gonna head out to have our dinner, lunch and dinner, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode. See you guys next time. Bye bye.